Hey everyone, it's Scott Gustafson. Hope you're having a delightful day today. In my previous video, The Path to Happiness, I asked everybody out there, is happiness attainable? No, it's not. Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is a direction that we have decided to pursue to get better in life, to feel happier. Now, can we be happier? Yes, we can. We can actually choose to make a commitment to our life, our loved ones, and ourselves. In this video, I'm going to share a lot of information with you on how to live a better, happier life. It's a lot to process, so let's dive in real quick. The starting point to happiness is actually the opposite of what society has told us happiness is. Happiness is not a feeling. Happiness is actually the culmination of enjoyment, satisfaction, and meaning. Enjoyment has its own equation too. Enjoyment is people plus memory. Whenever we go out and experience new things with people, we are creating memories that's going to be stored in our prefrontal cortex. So later on in life, we can look back and say, hey, remember that great time that we had with this person? That brings us enjoyment. Don't confuse enjoyment with pleasure though. They're not the same. Pleasure is a limbic phenomenon. It's a signal that we send to our limbic system, which processes and regulates emotions and memory, but it also helps with sexual stimulation and learning. How do you know you're feeling pleasure instead of enjoyment? If you're doing something that you feel is happy, but you're doing it by yourself, that's actually not good for you. Good examples of this are gambling, pornography, drinking. When was the last time you saw a beer commercial where there's a guy alone in his apartment pounding a case of beer? You'll never see that because that's not enjoyment, that's pleasure. In beer commercials, you'll see a group of friends in a social setting. They're at a bar, they're at a sporting event, they're playing games, they're having a good time. That's enjoyment. That's what beer commercials sell to you. So, the next part of happiness is satisfaction. Satisfaction is the joy you get after struggling. You're probably going to ask me, Scott, I have to struggle to get satisfaction? Yeah, you will. Struggling is not bad. Striving in and of itself is a reward. What you wanted is not the arrival. What you wanted is the progress, the change. A great example of struggling for success is dieting and fitness. These are two things that we have to, in order to achieve a certain goal, we have to struggle, we have to change to achieve them. Research in dieting shows that 95% of all diets fail. 95%. Within 1 year time, all that weight people have lost, they have gained it right back. Every day, people are willing to forego a certain food or foods that they love for the reward of watching that scale go down, 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 or if they're trying to get healthier, bigger, stronger, go up, up, up. But regardless of that, they are struggling to give up something to attain something else. And when they hit their goal, the reward is you never ever get to eat that food for the rest of your life. Congratulations. And that's why people fail. This is called the arrival fallacy. It's a image or fantasy people build up thinking that, oh, my life is going to be so much sweeter, so much better when I hit this goal. But it's not. Dieting and fitness are intermediate goals. The realistic final goal of dieting and exercise is you get to live a healthier life. You get to live longer. You get to spend more time with your spouse, your family, your friends. That is the final goal of diet and exercise. Not seeing that scale go down, not seeing your muscles get bigger, but how you feel for the rest of your life. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take dedication. If you really want long-lasting satisfaction, you will need to practice self-discipline, self-understanding, self-management every day. Dr. Robert Waldinger once asked the Dalai Lama, he said, how do I attain long-lasting satisfaction. And the Dalai Lama said, you need to want what you have, not have what you want. Okay? Satisfaction is the management of my wants, not my haves. Satisfaction has its own equation. It's all the things you have divided by all the things you want. You need to manage your wants. You need to want less. Humans need struggle and suffering. A great example of this is the marshmallow experiment. There was a doctor who performed this experiment with children where he put a plate in front of the child with one marshmallow on it. And he asked the child, do you want that marshmallow? The child said, yeah, I really want that marshmallow. He said, okay, I'll give you a deal. You can have that one marshmallow now. I have to go make a phone call. But if I come back and the marshmallow's still there, I'll give you another marshmallow. He did this experiment with a lot of different children. And 80% of all the children ate that marshmallow before he came back. The other 20% of children who waited, who suffered, who struggled, enjoyed 2 marshmallows. Those children went on to become successful and more fulfilling lifestyles because they struggled. They waited for their satisfaction to have that joy. So when you wait, when you suffer, you need that suffering to experience true joy. Now, the last part of the equation of happiness is meaning. Meaning is our why to our lives. This is a little bit deeper. Meaning can be broken down into 3 components: coherence, purpose, significance. Coherence is telling ourselves things happen for a reason. You have a theory why things happen. Purpose is the direction your life is taking. And significance is asking yourself, would it matter if I weren't here? Am I significant? The meaning can be found in 2 questions. And there are no right answers. It's just your answer. Okay? So here's the 2 questions. You ready? Question 1. Why are you alive? Question 2. What are you willing to die for this very day? These are questions you have to take time to ask yourself. Like I said before, there's no wrong answers, but the worst answers are, I don't know, and nothing. You will need to look inside yourself to these answers. And it's going to be difficult because you're asking yourself to be honest with yourself. And the last thing people want to hear is truth, especially when it comes from within. Meaning is the hardest part of our life, especially when we're adult, because we are so confined. We're already set in our ways of thinking, our ways of reacting. So here is some homework for you to help answer your meaning. It's a 3-part plan to answer these questions. Ask yourself, what do I think is right and wrong? What are my moral principles? What are my moral non-negotiables? Spend time in contemplation with yourself, with your thoughts. And last of all, do reading. Do at least 15 minutes of real reading where you read about something, about life, about experiences. Practice this for 15 minutes every day. All this information I'm sharing with you today, it's not my information. This comes from Dr. Robert Waldinger, who wrote the book, The Good Life. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link to this in this video. It's a very good read. I recommend it. But I hope this information helped you on your way to happiness. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care.